breaking news! Hey Warriors, I'm back with another breaking news. Now this is an important one. It's actually, it makes me sad. I'm not just mad, I'm sad. Why is that? Respecting characters, respecting the fans, respecting the actors that play them. There's no respect. This is also a difficult one to discuss right now, but you know me, I don't stray away from difficult topics because of the recent passing of Peter Mayhew. But we need to talk about the Carrie Fisher scenes from the Rise of the Skywalker trailer and how they're lying to you. What do I mean? They're lying to you because the big spin, the marketing magic is they had a treasure trove of footage of Carrie, and that's what they're using, and it's what you're going to hear in the marketing is that it just magically fit in. It's like it was intended. BS! That's baloney. It's another way that they're exploiting nostalgia, and unfortunately, and this is where I'm going to get a lot of heat on this topic, is they're exploiting the dead. The ones that recently passed away. The ones that built this franchise. Disrespect. They call us trolls. They call us toxic. We need to embrace that. Let's be toxic Avengers to their box office. They don't care for the actors when they're alive, but they're willing to exploit them when they're dead. For box office gains. You think I'm exaggerating? Here's the proof. Look at that picture. Look at the trailer. Does it look similar to you? I can't believe no one else is mentioning this. This video needs to be shared everywhere and discussed everywhere, because when they say they have unused footage of Carrie Fisher as Leia and it fits the story, it's a lie. It's abuse. It's the exact same footage, heavily modified and CGI'd. Look at that hug with Rey. It's the exact... I think they may have tilted her face a little bit. It's the exact same footage. They're exploiting the scenes, the nostalgia. They didn't do enough with her when she was alive, unfortunately, and I honestly believe that. They pushed her away for Holdo. You don't believe it? Go back. If you have to, go back and watch The Last Jedi. They pushed Carrie's final performance away for Holdo. The Holdo maneuver that divided the fan base, and now they want to exploit her after she's gone because they made mistakes. It's patchwork. Talk about disrespect. Look at what they did to Admiral Akbar. Look what they did to Chewbacca. Peter Mayhew is gone. Look what they did to him in The Last Jedi. He was there for comic relief with porgs. Remember when a Chewbacca would rip an arm off? Let the Wookiee win. But he won't eat pork. Are you kidding me? This isn't a game. I'm not in this. This isn't a joke. It's disrespect. This franchise was built on these great actors that love the role, embrace the fandom, and their final moments on film are a disgrace. That's why you should boycott. That's why you should boycott Episode 9, The Rise of the Skywalker. And this picture here, this needs to be discussed. Is there a treasure trove of unused footage of Carrie, or are they exploiting your heartstrings because you know she passed? She's front and center in the trailer, and there's nothing new of her. It's the exact same, along with everything else. Everything else in that trailer is exactly the same. What are you getting new? Did Lando speak in the trailer? No, they showed him in the Millennium Falcon, just like they showed Han. Because they know it'll work. You're falling for... Stockholm Syndrome for Disney is a real thing. You're falling for it. All those lining up to say, oh, they brought the fans back together. No, they disrespected everyone, and then they wanted Band-Aid it with clips and everything you've seen before. Once again, everyone's falling for it right again. Wake up! Seriously, if you're a real Star Wars fan and you care about these actors and these characters, the reality is the original cast, what's left, even the smaller characters, they're getting older. Is this how you want to see how all of them gone out? Look at Luke. Look at Akbar. Look at Leia. Leia Poppins, y'all, it was a joke. Do you think it's suddenly going to be better in Rise of the Skywalker? And do you think if they had actual unused footage, wouldn't they put that right away in the opening trailer? Or do you think they're just going to use the exact same footage and CGI the heck out of it to trick you to buying your tickets with unfair business practices in the theaters? They're doing the exact same tricks. Wake up! Rest in peace, Peter Mayhew, Chewbacca, and Carrie Fisher, and Princess Leia. We love what you've done for the fans, and we'll miss you greatly. And this is the time to talk about this stuff. Because this is when you see, oh, Disney Star Wars isn't that bad. It's okay. It was alright. Is that good enough? No. If that's all you got, don't make it. If you don't know what to do with the characters, leave them alone. There's other things you could do. What a disgrace. And this is where I'm going to put a poll in this video. Do you think they actually have unused footage? Or like this picture? Are they using the exact same footage to trick you? Let me know in the comments below. Vote in the poll. And share the hell out of this video. And smash the hell out of the like button. You know what? I want to bring this. I was going to end the video, but I'm going to bring this back to Kathy. And I'm going to put a clip. Listen to her words when she took over, and then listen to her words at Celebration, respecting what George brought, what George created. And she gets a pass for all this. Look at the situation we're in now. We're losing these great actors, these great the torchbearers of the Star Wars fandom that have brought it for so many years and were there when no one else was, when Disney wasn't. They're being disrespected on their way out. They're being abused when they're gone. And you might say, well, her family signed off on it. Think about your family. I'm not saying anything against them. I'm just saying, of course they would. Doesn't mean they're doing what's right. They're just abusing what they already have. They're abusing your hearts and your fandom. The fandom is being abused. Do you see the reality of the situation? So, right here, I'm going to show just a small clip of Kathy's words when she took over for George.
The main thing is to protect these characters, make sure that they still continue to live in the way that you created them, and that the universe of Star Wars continues to grow.
And then right here, I'm going to show a clip of her at Celebration.
Thank you, JJ. You know, the thing I think about all the time is the responsibility we have. And we have it with all of you, and it's something that we talk about every minute that we're involved in making these movies. And this one in particular, I think the little film you saw at the front end, George was saying that this is the third act of a three-act structure. It is. That's exactly what it is. And we've immersed ourselves in everything George created, talked about it endlessly, and we're so excited because I think what you're going to end up seeing you're going to be so happy with. It is, and I think that what's also fascinating is it's over 40 years. So the context that George was working within, it's 40 years later. And to keep this relevant and meaningful to the characters and to the people experiencing this story, it has to feel like it's of its time. And I think that what we've done is we've taken to heart everything that inspired George, and then I think the inspiration that JJ's brought to this has given it even more depth.
Akbar now. I've been Akbar for about 6 years. And so I said, the forest moon of Endor, woman, it's a trap. You know, all power to the forward shield. And I was not really thrilled about how they blew him out the side of the ship. I'm like, who's this Holdo woman? Nobody knows this. No one's invested in that. Who is she? Why is she saving the fleet? If anyone's going to save the fleet, it'd be oh no.
All right, let's just real quick. Let's talk about Clone Wars. How cool.
Sounds similar. It's a broken record. She doesn't even know what else to say. It's the exact same excuse, and she failed. She failed everyone. Sorry I'm got a little heated in this one, but it's important to discuss. I really want to know your thoughts on this topic. And tell me if you think what you think. Is there something that's going to change your mind in a new trailer with Carrie? Or is it exactly the same? I think it's exactly the same. I don't think they have much of anything else. Just abusing the old clips they already have. They didn't get the footage while she was alive. They didn't treat her character well while she was alive. The apologists for The Last Jedi and Lucasfilm want to try to say The Last Jedi was Carrie's best performance. That's baloney. Baloney. Get it. Remember when she kicked Han into the garbage chute? Get in there, flyboy. Unbelievable. And the last moments she had, they put her in a coma. And then ejected her into space and then had fly her back in. Leia Poppins, y'all. Is that respect? If they did that, do you really have trust in what they're going to do for episode 9? All right, now I am going to end it. I'll see you in the next one.